Okay. So we're gonna start our second meeting today in online speaking class, speaking for IELTS with Seluz. And today we have actually at first there were six person who had been registered for this session, but suddenly one person she her 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 child is sick right now, so she go to hospital and cannot join, and the others still no other information, so we can go on. Okay, that's from me. I will give Selus a chance to talk with you guys.
Right, thank you, Kak Ichi, for such a great opening. Welcome on board for you guys. Welcome back, Kak Ama, and welcome Kak Aldens and Kak Ichi on board. It's very delighted to have you guys on board. It's basically, we're gonna go through some slides. Maybe we can just jump into the slide that for today's session. Kak Ichi, maybe you can share the screen with us, like for today meetings.
Okay. So this is.
Yeah, can you make it full screen? Like, yeah. Thank you, Kaichi.
Wait. Bentar, Pak.
Sure. I think you just click the exit, like without editing, and then just press the.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Wait.
Sure. Take your time.
Okay.
Yes. So thank you, Kaichi, for setting up the. I've prepared some slides that can be our guidance for tonight practice. So basically, I'm going to share some of the, maybe you guys have been aware of some of the IELTS speaking. So as what our title is about, we are going to focus mainly on speaking IELTS in academic module. Can you go through next slide, Kaichi? So tonight we are going to focusing on the part one. So maybe Kak Ichi later on can share the first slide from last meeting. We have covered mainly everything, but this evening we are going to focusing more on part one. So I'm going to go through some of the points that maybe you guys already, known of, or maybe have been aware of this. What does part one cover? So I'm just gonna, echoing and repeating everything that you already know. So in part one, we cover familiar topics. Such as home, we can talk about family. Examiner might ask about your work, your studies, your interests, your hobbies, etc., etc. And this part mainly will last for 4 up to 5 minutes. Basically, what I'm going to share in the next slide is some tips that you can do to be more confident. I'm really emphasizing on confidence level, because once you feel confident, you can easily just smash down your IELTS speaking test in part one. Please go to next slide, Kaichi. Thank you.
Okay.
And these already covered in the last meeting. Maybe Kam already seen this before, so I'm going to emphasize it again. And it also will be highlighted in the next following slide, that some of the grading grades. So we all aware that these things are really important So why I emphasize on speaking in regular pace, because later on you're going to be realizing that, oh, you are also judging, you're also being measured in the way how you speak, the pace that you use. Don't speak too fast, because fluency doesn't mean you need to speak fast. Slow down. It also allows you to think. Don't worry about implementing any accent. If you fancy of using any accent like English accent or American accent, it doesn't really matter. The thing that matters the most is your clarity, how clear you speak. I think that's above all, it's the, your weapon. Speak as clear as possible. And because you are testing on your academic skills, because you are using academic module at speaking, so try to use academic words related to the topics. For example, instead of using get, I think if I were you, I use obtain, yield, gain, similar meanings for academic. Or, for example, getting worse, you can change that using deteriorating and other, synonyms that very academics, fancy and sophisticated words. It's your weapon to impress your examiners. Because this is a test, you are aiming for this level, so show them that you have, wide range of academic words. And complex sentences is useful as well, but be more careful. We're gonna go through some practice later on, so you can, aware how to use that. Can you go to the next slide, Susan? So as I mentioned earlier on, this slide is basically, this is not my ideas. As what you've seen on the bottom, that this is from online materials. It's not my ideas. So there are 4 parts that measure, that being judged when you attending your speaking IELTS. Your fluency and coherence. You need to, as I mentioned, speak in a normal and continuous pace. Don't rush, take your time, and sentences should be in a logical flow. Don't mess up things in the middle, and when you talk about something and then you go back and then, try to make it like in a writing. You need an opening, supporting, and then conclusion. Use of pronouns and connectors is also important, and you need to know how to use it. For example, however, you need to know when to use, and then, for example, additionally, moreover. I really like one of you last week. One of them really, like some of you aware that you need to use some connectors that connecting each sentence. That's really good. So you need to aware of that. So fluency and coherence, and then range of vocabularies. You need to spell out every single vocabularies that you've been learned. For example, if you're talking about accommodations, you're talking about, apartment, type of accommodations, related vocabs that really useful for highlighting your knowledge of words. And then grammatical accuracy. Proper grammar, sentence structure, subordinate clause. This is really technical, but we're gonna go through some of them. So basically, you need to be aware that your grammar being measured. So if you're talking about something happened already, remember what tense is. And then if you try to use complex sentences, you need to aware that you need to make it as small as possible errors that might occur when you speak. Pronunciation. Again, when you really connect it to what I've shared before, you need to, don't worry about, any accent. As much as you're clear and easy to decipher, easy to follow, and you don't really make your examiner thinking too hard to understand you, and vice versa. When you talk, you don't look like someone is really stressed out of making someone understand of what you're saying. So basically, you need to sound and look natural. So you can impress your examiner that, oh, this guy is 6.5 on speaking. Next, please, Kak Susan. And there we go. Those are some notes that we need to aware of before we go to the practice. So we're going to focusing on part 1 IELTS speaking test. Are there any questions so far? We can discuss first before we go through the practice time.
Okay.
I hope it's all.
Gimana, Kak
Ada
Calvin,
pertanyaan? Silakan.
questions?
No one for now.
Okay.
Okay. I think it's all clear. Okay. So next, please, Kak Susan. Yeah. So remember in part 1, the topic is really light, ringan topiknya. Jadi, nah kadang-kadang kita terlena karena saking simpelnya pertanyaan, kita juga jawabnya sesimpel. Misalnya praktis-praktis ini. Nah ini mungkin karena because not many of you, so we have much time to digging more, to zoom in. So I'm gonna give time for you to because ini karena pertanyaannya kelihatan. Jadi mungkin kita bedah satu-satu. What kind of place is it? We're gonna talk about hometown, pretending that in your IELTS speaking part 1, you have your examiner ask you about your hometown and village. We're gonna talk about what kind of place is it. Anyone volunteering for, try to answer, to describe what kind of place is your hometown is? Anyone want to try?
Oh, sorry. In check.
Okay. I want to try.
Yes, please. Alden.
Okay. What kind of place? Okay. Kupang is my hometown. Kupang is a hot place and beautiful place. The most interesting part of my hometown is the sunset, the beach, and the sea. I really like it. And also the people here in Kupang. The jobs of the people in your hometown do. I think most of the people in Kupang maybe formerly is a fisher. They all go to the sea and bring and brought fishes. In the morning, they will go there at night. And fisher, farmer, and civil servant. I think it's a good place to live. And maybe if I will born again for twice, second time I think I will choose Kupang. Okay, that's all.
All right, maybe I haven't make it really clear. So maybe we can take a role as I'm going to be asking. If you agree to take part, I'm going to asking, pretending that you don't know the questions. So thank you, Aldens. That was really good. If I may suggest, sometimes you say Kupang is a hot. I remember you said hot and beautiful. I think what you meant is hot as in human. Mungkin lebih ke hawanya panas. Biasanya kalau hot itu lebih ke misalnya the girl looks so hot, sexy, atau hot yang dimaksud mungkin pedas. Misalnya it's spicy, it's hot food, atau hot yang artinya makanan panas. Biasanya kalau cuaca lebih akademik kalau dipakai humid, tulisannya HUMID. Kalau Kupang itu lebih kering. Kalau mungkin ada yang salah, mungkin teman-teman bisa tambah. As far as I'm aware, mungkin lebih bagus pakai hot. Jadi, tapi strukturnya ada. Jadi kalau misalnya tadi di Kak Alden, saya coba untuk what kind of place is it? You try your best to explain that what kind of place is it, and then you go through interesting part of your hometown. It's the weather, what kind of jobs. Tadi mungkin maksudnya fisherman kok Kak Alden. Tadi sebutnya fisher. Itu beberapa hal yang beta tangkap. Nah sekarang mungkin kalau ada teman-teman lain yang mau praktis atau Kak Alden mungkin mau coba lagi boleh. Jadi kita masih punya banyak waktu. Kalau Kak Ince tadi mau coba, beta akan role sebagai examiner and pretending that I'm asking once I ask you and then you can answer it. Is it clear? So anyone want to try?
Crystal.
Sure. Okay, let's talk about your hometown or village. What kind of place is it? I think Kama, are you happy to take part? Okay.
Okay. Kupang is a small town in uh, East Nusa Tenggara province, but I really love my hometown because we have warm people there, and uh, they uh, we have acquaintance that support each other, and also we we
That's all good.
we have relationship as a priority, the highest priority in my hometown. So I enjoy myself being there, but now I'm not in my hometown.
Okay. What's the most interesting part of your town or village?
The most the way I like my hometown is when you have lots of people surround you. They support you. They uh, know about you. Not only they know you in the surface, but they know deeper about you. They actually want to know you more. And then also we have some beaches. Sorry for my pronunciation.
That's
What beaches are beaches? Uh, we have some exotic beaches, and uh, most tourists came to come to our my hometown because of the uh, scenery view of the beaches and also the mountains.
all right.
Yeah.
What kind of jobs do the people in your town or village do?
Okay. Commonly, people in my hometown usually work as civil servants. Besides, they have a job as a fishermen and also as a farmers. So when they uh, when they raise their child, they want their child to be a civil servant. But if it cannot, they will try to have other things like entrepreneurship or follow their parents' job as a fisherman or farmers.
Would you say it's a good place to live?
Absolutely, yes. Because because what? Uh, because uh, you have a support system. You have support system, and you can find it in Kupang City. Uh, Additionally, if you have a problem, uh, people around you or your neighbors or acquaintances can help you without any uh, charge, like that, free of charge. Because yeah, like that.
Okay, cool.
Blank.
Thank you. Thank you, Kama. That was smooth. Um, if I may if I may suggest, I like some of the part when you use additionally. Remember, if you remember, if you guys remember in the slides, pronouns use the connectors. That's really good. That was really good. And also, I like the way how you try to use complex sentences in a way that you say, my Kupang is really small, but if I were you, I might say, even though Kupang is really small, I really love my hometown. So somehow you want to contrast something. to explain that Kupang is really small, but I really love because people know each other a lot. So maybe you can start with even though. I think this is also, ini juga beta punya trik ketika dapat pertanyaan di IELTS Part 1. I try to make my sentence not like, what kind of place is it? Kupang is a really small town. It is located in Nusa Tenggara. It is informative, but it might direct you to just have 5 in your speaking. But kalau misalnya dikombinasikan, tadi bagus kombinasinya Kama. Jadi kayak misalnya Kupang itu, Kupang is really small town, but I do really love it. Nah, mungkin setelah bisa dibilang begitu bagus, atau mungkin lebih bagusnya mungkin dibuat even though my hometown is really small, but I found a really connections to the people because people know each other. Full stop. Karena di part 1 itu tidak banyak waktu untuk elaborate. Jadi misalnya sebutkan langsung straight ke poinnya, apa sih, what kind of place is it? Small? Is it village? Is it how many populations? If you can add, you can make rough estimation, terus ditambah dengan 1 atau 2 supporting ideas. Jadi tidak terlalu kemana-mana juga. Tapi bagus yang tadi Kak Ahmad sudah buat. Terus tadi apalagi yang beta notice? Nanti beta lihat lagi rekamannya karena beta juga tidak buat catatan, tapi I try my best to pick up something that you can improve. The flow of sentences is really good karena yang dinilai juga tadi adalah pace dan flow of sentences, structure-nya, flow-nya bagaimana, dan teman-teman merangkai katanya bagaimana. Tadi Kak Amos sudah beberapa poin. Cuman tadi banyak hesitation Kak Amos. So mungkin bisa mungkin kamu punya tendensi bikin apa kalimatnya jadi lebih panjang. Jadi mungkin idenya kayak misalnya, if I were you, what kind of place is it? Even though not many people know where Kupang is, but I really love my hometown. It is a small city, but people know each other really well. That's it. That's thing that you might use. Kemudian kalau ditanya, what is the most interesting part of your town or village? Many people who have been visiting Kupang, they might say the food, but I don't think so. I think Kupang will be better known as, exotic place because the beaches are really, really good. Oh, ini satu juga yang tadi Kama bagus di-emphasize. Absolutely. Jadi bermain dengan intonasi juga perlu tadi bagian dari pronunciation. Jadi ketika teman-teman mau emphasize misalnya, people think that Kupang is really well known because of this, but in my personal view, I think Kupang should be known well as a paradise. Haven't you seen the beautiful beaches along? Jadi kayak, you try to show you can ask and you can make it's kayak lebih ke percakapan. Haven't you seen this part of the world like Rio de Janeiro? I think Kupang gonna be like the second because it has solid communities. People are really religious there, and then people are taking care of each other. So those are things that really interesting about my hometown. Jadi lebih ke bercerita sebenarnya. Memang mungkin pressure-nya tes. Jadi sepanjang teman-teman kelihatan natural. Jadi itu yang mau beta share sih. Jadi ketika beta ditanya ini, beta tidak menjawab, beta tidak melihat itu sebagai pertanyaan. Jadi beta lebih treat itu sebagai, oh ini orang mau tahu tentang punya Kupang. Jadi cara beta kemasnya, beta lebih ke, well, many people know Kupang as small city, but haven't you been to Kupang before? There's so many interesting places that you can visit. For example, Lasiana Beach. The beach is really, you can express anything. Most interesting part. Jobs, I think it's there, but mungkin lebih divariasikan lagi. Tapi overall, Kak Alden dan Kak Almo, that was really good. Kak Susan mungkin mau coba, atau Kak Alden, Kak Alden sudah, Kak Ince.
Okay,
Do you have a good
Kak Ince, where is? Kak Ince sepertinya left. Masalah jaringan. Kayak masalah jaringan. Makanya dari tadi tuh kan udah masuk lagi nih.
Oke, mungkin jaringan kali ya.
Ini lagi masuk lagi nih.
Oke, kita sambil tunggu.
Kita coba Kak Ince dulu.
Mau coba lagi atau Kak Susan sambil tunggu mau coba kok?
Oh ya, boleh.
Oke, ayo Kak Susan. Beta jadi atau Kak Ama mau jadi beta interviewer, atau Kak Susan mau jadi beta interviewer, atau Kak Susan jadi interviewinya? Kak Susan mau jawab dulu kok?
Boleh, beta coba jawab dulu.
Oke, let's play the role. Oke. Welcome to IELTS Speaking Part 1. This part we're going to cover some particular topic that really familiar with you. Let's talk about your hometown or village. What kind of place is it?
My hometown is in Kupang, and Kupang is such a beautiful city. Even though it is small, but it is beautiful, and the people are so kind and helpful, and every time and you can see many interesting view in Kupang, and oh sorry Kak, this meeting will end in 10 minutes, so sepertinya kita harus agak mempercepat. Oke, ya itu dulu Kak. Halo? Halo?
Sorry, I was muted.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Oke, berarti coba kita ke slide berikutnya, Kak. Kak Ici. Mungkin Kak Ici coba ini kok.
ya, boleh.
Let's move on to talk about accommodation. Tell me about the kind of accommodations you live in.
The kind of accommodation you live in. Okay, it's quite apa ya, membingungkan Kak. So
confusing.
How can we ask the examiner if we cannot catch the
Yes.
meaning of the question?
That is a really good one. Jadi kalau misalnya ada yang tidak jelas, bisa sebenarnya kita clarify, tapi dibuat smart. Jadi kita tidak kelihatan seperti orang yang istilahnya bego-bego sekali begitu, kayak kita tidak tangkap. Jadi, do you mean the place that I live every day? Jadi bisa misalnya kita tidak paham ini maksudnya apa tadi. Did you ask me about? Jadi di paraphrase gitu loh Kak Susan. Jadi kayak you just ask me about the place, the type of the place that I live in.
Okay.
Mungkin tidak langsung bilang excuse me, pardon, itu lebih klasik sih. Jadi terkesan kita tidak tahu apa yang dimaksud. Mungkin bisa di paraphrase if did you just ask me about this?
Okay. So how about this? Did you ask me about the transportation? It's like transportation in my place.
No, I'm asking about what type of accommodations place that you live in.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you about accommodation in my place. In my place, I live in a small dormitory, but it's quite lengkap. It's quite
fully furnished.
Yeah.
Complete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Kalau akomodasi mungkin lebih fully furnished ya, maksudnya kayak fasilitas.
Fully furnished, yeah. It's quite it is fully furnished because there are kitchen set in here, and then the electricity is free because the owner of this dormitory will pay it, and the same with the water, and then and what again? And there are and there is a small garden in the backyard, so I can plant some I can plant some plant.
Kayaknya a little bit lost.
Yeah.
Mungkin karena langsung saya Kak, kalau Beta boleh saran mungkin bagus tadi triknya untuk mengonfirmasi bisa pakai trik yang itu. Did you mean type of transportation? Jadi kalau orang tanya akomodasi lebih ke tipe rumah sih Kak, tipe tempat tinggal.
I see.
Ini juga banyak masih orang-orang Indo pikirnya akomodasi itu transportasi dan hotel dan segala macam, itu tempat tinggal maksudnya. Tempat tinggal. Nah, tadi sudah bagus, pronunciation-nya jelas, clear, cuman ada banyak informasi yang Kak Susan kasih di waktu yang bersamaan. Jadi somehow flow-nya jadi kurang bagus dan konektornya jadi kurang dipakai sebenarnya. Jadi kalau pakai approach yang sama, kita masih punya 5 menit. Jadi mungkin teman-teman bisa pakai misalnya satu kalimat, tell me about what kind. Mungkin bisa di tipenya apa, dorm. Tadi bagus, dormitory. Nah, supaya jangan kemana-mana, apa yang mau ditambah tadi? Fully furnished, itu sudah bagus. Terus tambah lagi, it has garden. Cuman mungkin dikemas lebih menarik misalnya. Kalau beta jadi kasusan, mungkin beta bisa bilang, even though, beta bisa, jangan pakai even though, terus juga sih, maksudnya bisa pakai bilang, there's so many type of accommodation I'm really interested in. The one that I live in now, it is sort of like, mungkin bisa bikin berakting juga sih sebenarnya, jadi kayak bikin filler tapi lagi berpikir tapi juga berproses untuk memberikan bahwa kita tidak sedang painful untuk cari kata-kata. It is sort of a dorm, it has many things inside. It's a fully furnished one. One thing that I really like, it has a beautiful, huge backyard misalnya, atau it has beautiful garden at the back where I can sometimes spend my time to relax. That's it. Mungkin sebatas Kak Ici, kalau beta boleh saran. Mungkin Kak Ici tadi elaborate tentang fasilitas, dia punya kitchen dan alat-alat, itu mungkin bisa ditambah sepanjang tidak membuat Kak Ici kelihatan kesusahan tadi. Kalau yang beta tangkap seperti itu.
Oke, Kak. Jadi kendalanya beta nih, yang paling sering terjadi saat beta lagi praktis adalah beta losing the words. Jadi vocabnya tiba-tiba semua suddenly hilang gitu. Padahal beta tahu beta mau ngomong apa, tapi karena sonde inget ini bahasa Inggrisnya, kayak gitu, Kak.
You are not
Mungkin beta
alone.
bisa saran. Mungkin beta bisa saran ke Ama, ke Alden, ke Susan untuk coba record teman-teman. Kan teman-teman tahu nih, tipe-tipe pertanyaan ini pun beta Google sebenarnya. Karena beta bukan pengajar IELTS setiap hari, beta hanya kebetulan sudah pernah tes IELTS. Nah, teman-teman coba rekam, Kak Ici punya kendala tadi, vocab. Jadi kalau beta bahkan waktu ikut ELTAP, ataupun setelah pulang dari OC, beta punya catatan tentang kata-kata yang terkait dengan home, tentang akomodasi. Tadi fully furnished juga kata yang sebenarnya closely related. Jadi kalau misalnya Kak Ici tiba-tiba, one way is to record yourself, record and listen. Jadi misalnya habis ini teman-teman record saya, jadi teman-teman lihat, oh kata ini. Jadi sering-sering pakai, akhirnya teman-teman akan familiar. Beta sering tuh bikin rekaman-rekaman atau ngomong kayak orang gila depan cermin. Oke, ketika beta talking, can you tell me about your hometown? Beta kayak ada template begitu, kalau talking about hometown, beta akan pakai ini template. Jadi teman-teman sambil acting sedikit, intonasi dimainkan, tell me about the kind of accommodation you live in. Jadi sering-sering record, jadi teman-teman ketika evaluasi, oh harusnya beta ganti ini, record ulang. Mungkin begitu kayak beta approach yang dulu ya.
Oke, sip Kak. Thank you, it helps me a lot. Oke Kak, mungkin ini sekarang terakhir boleh ya sesinya Kak Ince supaya ini tinggal 2 menit lagi, mungkin bisa dipakai 1,5 menit terakhir. Ya, Kak Ince, boleh?
Kak Ince, halo Kak Ince, bisa dengar beta suara kok? Kak Ince orang apa ya? Beta pakai kupang-kupang.
Iya, Kak Ince kupang.
Oh, oke. Halo Kak Ince, are you still there?
Halo Kak Ince, suaranya ini kayaknya audionya sudah aktif ya?
Iya, tidak di mute sih, tapi mungkin jaringan buat suara tidak ada.
Kayaknya belum join audionya.
Iya, sepertinya.
Iya.
So, halo Kak Ince. Atau mungkin nanti Kak Ince tolong di ini
rekam kasih ke beta kan? Kasih ke Kak Ici.
Jadi ini pertanyaannya mungkin nanti dicatat atau nanti beta kopas dan beta kirim ke Kak Ince, dan nanti silakan di-record dan dikirim, nanti akan dikasih feedback. Gitu ya, Kak.
Beta kasih feedback.
Oke.
Thank you teman-teman.
Oke, sip, ini
Semoga
mungkin
berguna.
sudah 1 menit terakhir. Jadi kita cukupkan untuk practice time-nya juga sampai hari ini, sampai di sini. Karena ini juga, alhamdulillah sih maksudnya jadi lebih intens ya, karena cuman ada beberapa orang, jadinya lebih enak, bisa lebih lebih jelas gitu ketompung kendala di mana. Mudah-mudahan bermanfaat untuk teman-teman. Itu saya dari Beta, mungkin silakan Kak Seluz sebelum.
Terima kasih buat teman-teman, semoga bermanfaat. Jadi kalau ada teman-teman bisa chat Beta sih, bisa record dan kirim langsung ke Beta, boleh Kak Amang. Kak Aldin juga nanti Beta share atau Kak Susan share kakak udah rekaman, Beta siap.
Oke, sip, mantap. Oke, oh sebelum ditutup nih, ayo semuanya dinyalain videonya dan kita ini dulu, foto dulu. Nanti kita lupa.
Foto dulu. Style ganteng dulu.
Bentar lagi, ayo Kak Aldens.